Namaskar and a very good morning. Welcome to the audio cast on Kotak Securities. I'm your host and guide Anindya Banerjee. This is going to be an eventful week. एक तरफ है the US midterm elections, that's on Tuesday, और दूसरी तरफ on Thursday is the US inflation. First, the US midterm polls. There, the election is for the Senate, a part of the Senate, the upper house, and the House, which is House of Representatives, which is the lower house. It is being expected that the Republicans are going to sweep both. If that's the case, then it's going to be troubling times for Joe Biden, who is a Democrat. Because as a president, he needs the support of both the houses to get the tough legislations through. And that looks unlikely if the Republicans take control of both the houses. At the same time, it will also increase the odds for Donald Trump to pitch himself for rerun in 2024 presidential election. So this election is more politically important than important for financial market and the economy specifically. For the dollar, there could be some knee-jerk reactions if the Republicans sweep both the houses, because it would mean a stalemate on the fiscal side, which creates a kind of a headwind for the economy, and that's why the dollar may react negatively and come down. But हम लोग कोई sustained move in the currency market we are not expecting just because of this midterm polls. It's more, as I said, politically significant than financially significant for the markets. Now, the US inflation is expected to come down from the previous reading. It is expected to fall to 8% for the month of October. Now, the inflation is, this downward trajectory is expected to continue for the next few months because the base is high. And that would mean that Fed, there's already chatter amongst the members that they may slow the pace of hikes. Already the rates are 4%. Now, some estimates have placed the terminal rates, matlab jahan pe Fed will pause completely, around 5 quarter ke beach. But the chatter from some of the Fed members last week or end of last week seems to have given the impression to the market the Fed may actually slow down the pace of hikes, and the terminal rates could be 5 instead of 5 quarter. And that's the reason why we saw a sharp pullback in the dollar index, and also a fall in the Asian, in fact, the dollar against the Asian currencies and USDINR offshore mein is trading around 82.10 ke aspas on the spot. Now, if we look at the price action in USDINR, 82 say 82.10 on the November futures is going to be a very important support. Or 82 put mein, strike put mein, there is a heavy open interest, which means that's it's quite likely that 82 holds out as a support. So how to play it now? Any move closer to 82.10 on the futures can be bought. Stop loss below 82 on at least an hourly closing basis. And target return towards 82.55 to 82.80. So 82, say 82.80 is the broad range which we are looking at for this week. And buying near the lower end of the range is advisable using futures. Options, we would not be so inclined. Maybe you can sell options out of money put, but buying options is not advisable because the range is still smaller. But again, one way to use options in a low range market is, one is of course you can short a OTM put, but if you want to buy options is that you buy a in the money call, because उसमें delta इतना high रहता है कि the time value decay or the fall due to the decline in the implied volatility does not impact at all, or it doesn't impact much. So that's the reason why it is advisable to buy it in the money call. But the whole trade is 82, say 82.10 is a major support which is expected to hold. And that's the reason why it is advisable to buy near there. But stop has to be below 82 on an hourly closing basis. In case it is sustaining below 82 on the futures, then we have to exit the trade, because the next support comes in around 81.70 on the futures. Now, as far as selling options are concerned, where people who are looking to do a range trade, you can sell straddles or strangles. Iron flights are advisable for people who don't want to take the risk of a margin call in case there is an unexpected breakout or a breakdown. But otherwise, you can sell straddle or a strangle. But in a straddle or a strangle, remember it's a high risk trade. So therefore, you need to have a stop loss, an adequate stop loss and position management. Cross currencies में GBP came under pressure last week क्योंकि जो बैंक ऑफ इंग्लैंड का पॉलिसी मीटिंग था उसमें BOE ने जो टर्मिनल रेट है, मतलब जहां पे बैंक ऑफ इंग्लैंड इज गोइंग टू स्टॉप हाइकिंग रेट्स, दे हैव ब्रॉट इट लोअर than what the market was anticipating, kyunki they expect the UK economy to enter a very deep and prolonged recession, and that's the reason why they have lowered the expectation. Overall, Euro INR, GBP INR looks to be in a broad range, and Yen INR too may remain range bound this week. As I said, the two important events globally are the US midterm polls, which looks more politically significant again than important for financial markets, but it will be enough to create some volatility over the second half of this week. And US CPI is going to be more significant from the financial market perspective. If the inflation print is lower than expected, of course, the dollar will come under pressure Thursday onwards. But if the inflation print is actually higher than expected, and then we can see a rebound in the bond yields and a rebound in the dollar index. So that's it, folks. This is Anindya Banerjee signing off. A fantastic day ahead.